Rene Magritte is one of my favorite artists, but I think I fell into one of his traps. The man was a genius, but there's something about him that I just don't trust. I feel connected to his work more so than almost any other artist, but I'm worried I'm buying into something. I sometimes wonder if the mirror that Magritte is holding up for me is one that I'm too afraid to look at. Also, just a quick note, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, but I'll tell you about them later. In case you don't know who he is, you might recognize this piece, The Son of Man, but that's not the artwork I think we should talk about here. It's when I saw his artwork, Clairvoyance, that I realized Magritte had a lot to teach me. It's so easy to form an opinion on this piece. Its message is simply linking two things, commenting on hidden potential or the beauty and power of imagination. To quote someone, it's about the limits of vision, the secret life of objects, the fact that there's no visual relationship between the shape of that egg and the form of the bird he's depicting. Yet the two are inevitably connected. It's making you stare harder at the things around you and think about not so much what they show you, but what they conceal or their hidden potential. Regardless of what you see in this piece, one of the things that I love about it is its accessibility, a lack of pretense. I don't have an art degree and I don't know how to analyze artworks, but I do know how to feel. I love that he's catering to such a basic but important level of understanding. There's a simplicity to Magritte's work that I appreciate, a loud juxtaposition that encourages you to only go as deep as you want to. Another quote, if you don't look hard enough, you may easily overlook those quiet expressions of delightful absurdity. Magritte positioned himself as an everyday man, wearing a bowler hat and a coat worn by most working class men at the time. He claimed to not want to be in the spotlight, often hiding his face in self-portraits. But there's something in this that feels performative to me and makes me suspicious. I can't help but think of masks when I think of Magritte, the intrigue and mystery behind the objects in our everyday lives. His piece, This Is Not a Pipe, starts to haunt me. It's very difficult for us to look at an artist's work and separate it from the person who made it. Magritte worked hard to connect to the everyday man. The work he makes is tied to who he is, and I can't help but feel that aligning himself with the average working class man was also very skilled marketing. With his background in advertising and a keen understanding for appealing to a broader market, Magritte's approach was novel compared to the eccentric surrealists he was surrounded by. His art makes me think of art's place in the art world, as much as his role in society as a working class man. This reality of art as a commercial product is one that Andy Warhol ran with a few decades later. It seems to me that as much as Magritte tries to resist it, his success as an artist only sought to undo his own philosophy. Warhol occupied the space for what it was. He was aware of the absurdity of his position, and he criticized it. Because the truth is, Magritte wasn't an everyday man. He was outstanding in his craft and his thinking. Maybe Magritte's brief spell in communism made him feel ashamed of his success, and chose to take a different position to the one he truly occupied. So different to Andy Warhol's unapologetic performance. Either behind the mask of modesty or an extremely skilled performance, Magritte was a revolutionary. Magritte makes me think about performance, about the performance of selling art and the impact that might have on your practice. And even more on how you present yourself in the world. If something's a performance, does it make it less valid? And where does authenticity fall in this whole equation? I feel betrayed by Magritte and his bowler hat. I don't know where his mask ends. His performance is such a good one that I bought into it completely, feeling a connection to its simplicity and its lack of pretense, only to discover that that might have been the mask all along. I really enjoy diving into some of the artists that I really love. I learned so much just in researching Magritte for this video, and my experience of feeling betrayed by him was quite a big one. There were so many directions I wanted to take this video. I wasn't sure how exactly I wanted to talk about him, and I basically just dove deeper and deeper and found more to him, which I ever, like, at a stage I didn't like him, and I had really harsh criticisms of him, but it was incredible to learn more about him, and the more layers I peeled off, the more I respected and appreciate him. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, let me know. I'm never sure whether to do more of these like essay type videos, but it's so fun to do some research into artists that I love. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this or who you'd like me to dive into next. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. It helps the channel out in a huge way. Before I end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to this video sponsor, Squarespace. I've been working with them for a couple of years now, and they've played a huge role in my career, not only in sponsoring these videos and helping me maintain this channel, but more importantly, early on, I was looking for a way to showcase my work and get in touch with collectors, and I didn't have the knowledge or the time to design a website and build it up from scratch and learn HTML and everything that goes with it. And so when I found Squarespace, it was the perfect solution for me. I could register a domain with them or set up an online store, and most importantly, I could design a portfolio and show my work the way that I wanted to. Also, every time I got stuck, their amazing support team helped me out instantly. So if you're looking at building a website, give Squarespace a try. And if you decide that you love them, use this offer code and get 10% off your first purchase. As always, thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.